Hello class. Today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about rational exponents. So this is called a radical right here, and rational exponents a are exponents that are fractions. So we're going to need to know this. Just a little terminology. This little n, that one that's like right there in the little crease, that's called the index. The number that's underneath the exponent, that's called your base, and then that number that's up at the top in that top right corner, that's called your exponent. So the way that this works is you got your index, you got your radical, your base, and your exponent. That is equal to your base raised to your exponent divided by your index. So this is how that works. Whenever numbers are underneath the radical, you want to group them together. So for instance, the 2 and the x are going to be grouped together, whereas this one, they are not going to be. So you want to also keep in mind your order of operations. So remember your parentheses first, then your exponents. The exponent's going to go first, so we'll explain that a little bit more whenever we get in here. All right, so this one, start with this one, we want to express as a rational exponent. So I just want to rewrite this as x, and my index is 3. Remember, my rule is b raised to the m divided by n. My exponent here, it's implied that it's a 1, that there's nothing there. So it's x to the 1/3. Okay, so that's number 1. Now this one's a little bit different because we've got two numbers that are multiplied together. They're underneath the radical, so that means we want to group them together. So in order to group stuff together in math, we use parentheses. And then my index is 4. Same thing here. My exponent is 1 for that stuff, so we're going to go to the 1/4 power. All right, and then this last one, the number is on the outside, so that means it does not have to get grouped with the y. So it's just going to be 41y, and just the y is going to get the exponent. So remember, this is still a 1. It's still implied that it's a 1. And we'll go y to the 1/7. So that's how we would change them into rational exponents. All right, and let's go reverse, do a little practice going reverse. So now we want to express these as a radical. So we've got 5 raised to the 1/4 power. Remember that bottom, that's our index. This is our exponent. So it would be 4 to the 5. And if you want to, you can raise it to the 1 power. It's kind of up to you. You can leave it as the 4th root of 5. Raised to the 1st, or you can leave that off of there. I like leaving it off. Your EOC will also leave it off. Now this one, there's no parentheses, so that means they do not need to get grouped underneath the radical. So the x is going to stay out front because it doesn't go with the exponent. Remember, follow our order of operations. The exponent goes to the y, but it does not go to the x. So it's going to be the 8th root of y. So remember, exponent goes here because there's no parentheses. Now if there were parentheses, then they get grouped underneath the radical. So we've got 3 times x inside the parentheses, raised to the 1/3. So that means I'm going to do the cube root of 3 times x. And those are both underneath the radical. So that is rational exponents, and that is it.